God's chosen ones, your name shook the financial realm. Not everyone will understand this message, but if it stirs your soul, it was meant for you. Welcome, chosen one. Prepare to uncover a revelation so profound it has sent shockwaves through the banking world. Your name has been revealed, carrying divine significance and purpose. This is no coincidence. You are here right now because of a higher calling, drawn by the hand of God into a moment of destiny that will leave you forever changed. Could this be the breakthrough you've been praying for? Before diving into this extraordinary message, I want to pause and express my deepest gratitude to each of you who has supported this mission through super thanks. Your generosity is not just a gift, it's a seed sown into a ministry of hope and transformation. Because of you, this message reaches hearts that need it most. Thank you for being a beacon of faith and encouragement. May God pour out blessings upon you, overflowing in abundance. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt as though the world underestimated you, as if the true weight of your identity and purpose was hidden in plain sight? Imagine for a moment that everything, the trials, delays, and even failures, was part of a divine plan, preparing you for this very moment. What if the struggles you faced were never meant to break you, but to refine you for an unveiling such as this? The Bible reminds us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Could it be that today is the day your name is revealed in connection with a greater purpose, a divine assignment that leaves no room for doubt? If you feel a stirring in your spirit, a sense that this message is meant for you, declare your faith boldly. Type 777 in the comments as a sign of your readiness to embrace God's extraordinary plan for your life. Now, with expectant hearts and unwavering faith, let us journey deeper into this incredible revelation. Are you ready to discover the truth about your name, your purpose, and the astonishing way it has stunned the world? Let's step forward together. Your destiny awaits. God's chosen ones, your name has been revealed, stunning the banking world. Chosen one, your life is not just about the present, it's a preparation for something far greater than you could ever imagine. At times it may feel like life is a series of random events. Some days bring unexpected blessings, while others seem filled with challenges and misfortune. You've likely experienced moments where things didn't go your way. Perhaps you've tried and failed, poured yourself into relationships that didn't last, or felt a deep sense of being lost in your work or purpose. In those moments, it's natural to question why things unfold as they do. The purpose behind it all often feels obscured, hidden behind a veil of uncertainty. Yet what if I told you that none of this is random, that even the struggles you faced have a divine purpose? The Bible reminds us, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. While the trials may seem chaotic, they are part of a greater plan, a story carefully crafted by the Creator. We don't always see the blessings hidden within our challenges, but they are there, waiting to be revealed in God's perfect timing. Have you ever paused to wonder if the delays you've experienced were God's way of preparing you for something extraordinary? Think of the story of Ruth. After losing her husband and leaving her homeland, she could have easily felt abandoned, questioning why life had brought her so much pain. But Ruth's faithfulness led her to Boaz, a man who would not only redeem her but also make her part of the lineage of Christ. What appeared to be misfortune was, in fact, God's divine plan to position her for a purpose far greater than she could have foreseen. Could it be that your current struggles are setting the stage for a breakthrough so profound that it will redefine how you see your life? In the same way, your story is being woven together with divine appointments, moments when everything aligns and the pieces of the puzzle suddenly make sense. You may not see it yet, but this is your season of revelation. The trials that once felt overwhelming are now turning into stepping stones toward your breakthrough. Perhaps you've been waiting, praying, and seeking answers to questions that have weighed heavily on your heart. You've longed for a sign, a shift that would propel you into the next phase of your journey, and now it's happening. God is revealing what has been hidden, the blessings that seemed out of reach, the opportunities that felt delayed, and the purpose you've been searching for are coming into focus. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. What was once veiled is now being unveiled, and the realization of your divine calling is drawing nearer with each passing moment. Consider Joseph, who endured betrayal by his brothers, enslavement, and imprisonment for years. His life seemed to spiral downward, yet through it all, God was positioning him for a pivotal role in saving nations during a time of famine. When Joseph's moment of revelation came, he could finally see that every trial he had faced was part of God's plan. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 50, verse 20. Do you believe that the struggles you've endured could one day become the testimony that inspires and uplifts others? You are standing on the brink of your own breakthrough. Just when you thought you couldn't take another step, the veil is lifting, and the universe is aligning in ways you couldn't have anticipated. This isn't coincidence, it's divine timing. The lessons you've learned, the resilience you've built, and the faith you've nurtured have all been preparing you for this moment. Imagine a curtain being drawn back to reveal a masterpiece. That masterpiece is your life, and the purpose behind every brushstroke is now coming into view. The trials you face were never meant to defeat you, but to equip you for the greater mission God has placed on your life. What if you've already been equipped with everything you need to step into your God-given purpose? Are you ready to take that step? This is your moment to step into the fullness of your destiny. Can you feel it? The shift is happening. The answers you've been seeking, the blessings you've been praying for, they are here, unfolding before your very eyes. Trust in this process, for it is God's perfect design. As you embrace this season of revelation, know that you are not alone. God is with you, guiding each step, unveiling his plans, and leading you toward the life you were always meant to live. Your purpose is no longer a mystery, it's becoming clear. Now is the time to walk boldly into the future God has prepared for you, with faith as your foundation and hope as your guide. This is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of something extraordinary. My beloved friend, you may be wondering, how can this be true? How do I know that this is meant for me? The answer lies in understanding the beauty of divine timing. Nothing in your life has been random. You've been on this path for a reason, guided by the hands of the Creator. Every moment, whether joyful or painful, has been part of a greater plan. Think about the trials you faced, the disappointments, the unanswered prayers, the moments when it felt like everything was working against you. You might have questioned why you had to endure so much, why the road seemed so uncertain. But what if all of those experiences were shaping you, preparing you for a moment far greater than you could imagine? The Bible tells us, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. Even when you cannot see it, God's timing is always perfect. Have you ever stopped to reflect on how the challenges you've overcome have shaped your strength and character? Could those very struggles be the foundation for what's about to unfold? There is a bigger picture, one that you may not fully understand yet, and that's okay. Remember the story of David, the young shepherd who was anointed as king long before he took the throne. For years, David faced trials that seemed contrary to his calling. He was pursued by King Saul, forced into hiding, and faced countless battles. Yet through it all, God was refining him, teaching him perseverance, humility, and faith. When the time came, David was not only ready to lead, but also equipped with the wisdom and strength needed to fulfill his divine purpose. Could it be that your current struggles are preparing you in the same way? Do you trust that the lessons you've learned are part of a bigger plan? Life can throw unexpected curveballs, and the road can feel long and uncertain. You might feel like you've been waiting forever for your breakthrough, questioning if your time will ever come. This waiting can be difficult, but it is not wasted time. God is at work in the waiting, just as a seed takes time to grow beneath the soil before it blooms. Your preparation is happening beneath the surface. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Psalm 37, verse 7. Your divine appointment is closer than you think. The very obstacles you faced were never meant to defeat you. Every tear you've shed, every setback you've endured, has been refining you. Think of gold being purified by fire. The heat removes impurities, leaving behind something more valuable and beautiful. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verses 2 to 3. Have you ever considered that your setbacks are not evidence of failure but proof of your refinement? What if the waiting is the key to unlocking your greatest blessings? God is weaving every moment of your life into a divine tapestry, one where each thread, your victories and your struggles, plays a vital role in the final masterpiece. Imagine Joseph, who endured betrayal by his brothers, slavery, and imprisonment for years. His life seemed like a series of unjust events. But when the moment of revelation came, Joseph saw that every step had been part of God's plan. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives, Genesis 50 verse 20. In the same way, your story is unfolding exactly as it should. Every struggle has taught you resilience. Every delay has strengthened your faith. Every challenge has prepared you for what's coming. What if your time is not only coming but is already here? Can you sense that shift, that moment when everything begins to align? Trust in this truth: you're not forgotten, and your time is not far away. God has been with you in every moment, guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the blessings He has in store. Your divine appointment is not delayed, it is perfectly timed. Step forward with faith, knowing that the God who began this work in you will be faithful to complete it. Being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus, Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. The journey may not have been easy, but it has been worth it. Trust that every challenge was necessary for your growth, and every tear was seen by the one who loves you beyond measure. Now, as you step into this new season, know that you're exactly where you need to be, and your divine purpose is closer than you've ever imagined. Chosen one, have you ever felt like you were standing on the edge of something extraordinary, as though greatness was just within reach, yet you couldn't quite grasp it? That feeling deep in your soul is the whisper of your divine purpose. It is the gentle nudge of God calling you toward the path you were always meant to walk. This moment you're experiencing isn't by chance. The universe, or more precisely God, has been aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities around you, orchestrating everything so that this revelation would come at exactly the right time. It might feel surreal, even overwhelming, to think that your life has been leading to this point, but trust that it's true. This is the moment you've been waiting for, the moment when what was once hidden begins to come into view. For there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be brought out into the open. Luke 8 verse 17. Have you noticed those moments in your life when things seem to fall into place unexpectedly? Perhaps it was an opportunity that appeared when you least expected it, a connection that changed the course of your journey, or a breakthrough that arrived just as you thought all hope was lost. Reflect on those moments. They weren't coincidences, they were divine interventions, subtle signs of God's hand guiding you step by step toward this very moment. Think about Joseph again. Sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned, his circumstances seemed bleak. But at the perfect time, God revealed the purpose behind every trial he faced. Joseph became a leader who saved countless lives, fulfilling the dream God had given him years before. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives, Genesis 50 verse 20. Like Joseph, the events in your life, both good and challenging, have been divinely woven together, leading you to this revelation. Do you believe that the challenges you faced were stepping stones guiding you toward a purpose far greater than you imagined? As these revelations begin to unfold, you may find yourself in awe of how perfectly everything has been orchestrated. Those seemingly random moments of pain, perseverance, and victory are now aligning into a picture of purpose. You may not yet fully understand how all the pieces fit together, but trust that they do. Even when life seems still, even in moments of silence, God was working behind the scenes. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still, Exodus 14 verse 14. Consider the times when you questioned if God had forgotten you. Perhaps you felt like you were waiting endlessly for answers, for clarity, or for change. But during that time, God was preparing you, building your faith and refining you. The challenges you faced were never meant to break you. Instead, they were shaping you into the person who could embrace the blessings that are now being made visible. Have you ever considered that your waiting was not wasted but a vital part of the preparation for your divine destiny? This moment, this divine appointment, is about more than just the good things that are entering your life. It's about your transformation. You've been growing, evolving, and being shaped by every experience you've encountered. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17. Each struggle you've endured, each setback you faced, has been preparing you to receive what's ahead. Imagine the strength of David when he finally faced Goliath, not because he suddenly became a warrior, but because his years as a shepherd, protecting his flock, had prepared him for that moment. Your life has been filled with shepherding moments, building the courage, resilience, and wisdom you need to embrace what's coming next. Can you see how far you've come and how each challenge has prepared you for this moment? Are you ready to step into the purpose God has been preparing for you? This isn't just a season of blessings, it's a season of transformation. You are stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. The setbacks you once viewed as roadblocks were really stepping stones. The victories you've celebrated were reminders of God's faithfulness. Now, as you stand at the threshold of this new chapter, know that you are ready. Your journey has been unique, intentional, and sacred. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of waiting has led you to this. Trust in the process and trust that God, who began this good work in you, will carry it to completion. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. Now is the time to embrace the transformation that has been taking place within you. This is your moment, your divine appointment. Step forward with faith, knowing that the God who called you has already prepared the way. You may find yourself feeling a profound sense of peace, even in the midst of uncertainty, as you realize that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This peace is not coincidental, it's a divine assurance that the God who began a good work in you is bringing it to completion. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Isaiah 26 verse 3. Alongside this peace, you might experience moments of clarity as the pieces of your journey begin to align. The challenges you faced, the lessons you learned, and the perseverance you nurtured are all leading to the fulfillment of divine appointments that are now manifesting in your life. With this clarity comes a renewed sense of purpose, a calling to step into the blessings that are no longer hidden but being revealed before you. Can you feel the weight lifting as you begin to recognize the divine hand that has guided you through every step of your journey? You are exactly where you are meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Every step you've taken, every moment of doubt, every season of waiting, every frustration, was part of the divine plan to bring you to this moment. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. Psalm 37 verse 23. What once seemed out of reach is now within your grasp. What was hidden is now being revealed, and you are being called to embrace it with faith and confidence. Think back to the story of Abraham. God promised him descendants as numerous as the stars, yet for years, he and Sarah faced the heartache of waiting for a child. Despite the long journey and moments of doubt, the promise was fulfilled in God's perfect timing. Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time I will return to you, and Sarah shall have a son. Genesis 18 verse 14. Like Abraham, you are now stepping into the fulfillment of promises that may have once seemed impossible. Have you ever stopped to consider how even your moments of waiting have been a vital part of your preparation? This moment isn't just about the blessings that are coming into your life. It's about recognizing the divine work that has been happening all along. The treasures, opportunities, and connections that once seemed hidden were never absent. They were waiting for the perfect moment to surface. And now, that moment has arrived. This is your time. Your divine appointment is here, and you are stepping into a season of revelation, blessings, and purpose. Consider the story of Esther, an orphaned girl who rose to a position of influence as queen. She likely didn't understand the full scope of her purpose when she entered the palace, but when the time came, she realized she had been placed there for a reason. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Esther 4 verse 14. In the same way, you have been placed in this moment for a purpose greater than you can yet fully see. Do you feel that sense of divine alignment, as if everything in your life has been leading to this moment? As you walk this path, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Remember the struggles that once felt overwhelming, the prayers that seemed unanswered, and the obstacles that appeared insurmountable. Now look at the strength, resilience, and wisdom you've gained through it all. Each challenge has shaped you into the person who is ready to embrace what lies ahead. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verses 2-3. This is not just a new chapter of your life, it's a transformation. The person you were yesterday is not the person you are today. You've grown, evolved, and been prepared for this exact moment. The road wasn't easy, but every step was purposeful, leading you closer to the fulfillment of your divine purpose. As you reflect on your journey, can you see how each struggle prepared you for the blessings you are now stepping into? Now is the time to embrace the blessings that are unfolding before you. Your divine appointment has arrived, and with it comes a season filled with hope, purpose, and the fulfillment of dreams that were once out of reach. Imagine standing at the threshold of something extraordinary, a door opening to reveal a future far greater than you could have imagined. This is your moment. Open your heart, trust the process, and step boldly into the life that is yours to claim. Know that you are not walking alone. God is with you, guiding your steps, unveiling what was once hidden, and leading you into the fullness of your destiny. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5-6. Chosen one, the idea of a hidden account tied to your name might seem like something from a mysterious tale or fantasy novel, but it's rooted in profound spiritual truths. It speaks directly to the restoration and divine justice that God has always intended for you. For so long you may have walked through life feeling uncertain, wondering if your efforts would ever pay off or why certain doors seem to remain shut, no matter how hard you knocked. Perhaps you've even felt that your prayers went unanswered or that the promises made to you were always just out of reach. But let me share this truth with you. There is a divine account connected to your name, a sacred balance that has been waiting, preserved just for you. And now, the time has come to unlock it. This divine account isn't simply about wealth in the conventional sense, though it may include financial blessings. It is far more profound. This account holds everything you've lost, everything stolen from you, and everything meant for you that slipped away in the past. Picture it as a divine reserve where your prayers, sacrifices, and acts of faith have been recorded. Every seed you've sown, every tear you've shed, and every moment of perseverance has been documented. And now, in this very season, that reserve is being released. Have you ever wondered if there was more to life than what you've experienced so far? Could this be the moment when what's been stored away for you is finally revealed? Think about Job, a man who endured tremendous loss, his family, his wealth, his health, all taken from him in what seemed like an instant. Yet through his unwavering faith and patience, God restored everything to him in double measure. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former part. Job 42 verse 12. Like Job, your hidden account represents not only what was taken, but also the abundance of restoration that God has promised to those who remain faithful. For so long you may have felt the sting of injustice. Maybe you've worked tirelessly without receiving the recognition you deserved, or perhaps you've been the victim of circumstances beyond your control. Life can often feel like an uphill battle where setbacks seem endless and fairness is nowhere to be found. But here is the truth. In the spiritual realm, nothing has been forgotten. Every moment of your journey, every pain, every prayer, every act of faith has been carefully recorded. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book. Psalm 56 verse 8. Do you believe that your struggles have not been in vain, that every hardship has been accounted for, and will be restored in ways you cannot yet imagine. This is your season of divine justice, a time when the account tied to your name is being opened. What has been stored away, your blessings, your victories, your restoration, is now being released into your life. Think of Joseph, who endured betrayal and imprisonment for years before stepping into his destiny. When his time came, not only was he elevated to power, but he was also positioned to save countless lives, including his own family. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 50 verse 20. Your hidden account is not just about tangible blessings. It is also a confirmation that God's justice is real and His promises are unfailing. Everything that was unjustly withheld, everything that seemed delayed is now being restored. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. Joel 2 verse 25. Can you feel the shift happening in your spirit, the confirmation that restoration is on its way? This isn't just about receiving, it's about stepping into the fullness of your destiny. The account tied to your name isn't just filled with material blessings, but also with purpose, power, and spiritual abundance. It's the fullness of everything God intended for you, held back only until you were ready to step into it. And now, as the doors open, you're being called to walk boldly into this new chapter. Take a moment to reflect. The hardships you faced weren't meant to break you, but to prepare you. Like gold refined by fire, the trials you endured have strengthened you, ensuring that you're ready to embrace the fullness of what's being revealed. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verses 2-3. What if every setback was a setup for this very moment? Are you ready to claim what has been prepared for you? This is your time. Your divine appointment has arrived, and with it comes the unveiling of everything that has been stored for you. The account tied to your name is being opened, and what's being released isn't just about restoring what was lost. It's about stepping into a future brighter and more abundant than you ever dreamed. Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20. Step forward with faith, knowing that the God of justice is delivering on His promises. Open your heart, trust His timing, and embrace the blessings and purpose that are finally being revealed. This is not just the end of a long journey, it's the beginning of a new one, filled with restoration, abundance, and divine fulfillment. My beloved friend, there's a key to this hidden account, and it isn't about passively waiting or simply hoping that circumstances will change on their own. The key lies in your faith, your unwavering trust in the divine timing and perfect plan that has been unfolding in your life all along. Faith is not idle, it's active. It calls you to align with your purpose, to seek God's guidance, and to trust that His plans are greater than your own. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. The more you align yourself with God's purpose for your life, the more you'll begin to see this account opening. It's as if the treasures of heaven have been quietly prepared for you, waiting for the perfect moment to be revealed. And now, that moment has arrived. The door is swinging wide open, and the restitution you've been longing for is finally here. Can you feel the shift in your spirit, the sense that what you've been waiting for is now within reach? This account isn't just about material wealth or resources, though those blessings may come. It's far deeper than that. It symbolizes divine favor, the restoration of everything you've lost, and the fulfillment of promises that may have felt delayed, whether it's the return of love, the healing of relationships, the restoration of your health, or the renewal of peace in your heart. What was broken is being mended, and what was taken is being returned. You are stepping into a season of divine restoration, where the fruits of your faith and perseverance are finally coming to harvest. Think of the story of Naomi and Ruth. After losing her husband and sons, Naomi believed her life had no hope. But through Ruth's faithfulness and God's perfect plan, their story became one of redemption and restoration. Ruth married Boaz, and through their union came the lineage of King David and ultimately Jesus Christ. The women said to Naomi, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a guardian redeemer." Ruth 4 verse 14. Have you considered how your story, like Naomi's, might be transformed from loss to redemption in ways you cannot yet see? You may not see the full picture all at once, but rest assured, the process of restoration has begun. What once seemed impossible is now taking shape. Perhaps it's the restoration of finances, the rebuilding of relationships, or a renewed sense of purpose. God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. 2 Corinthians 9 verse 8. This divine account is also a powerful symbol of your alignment with your true destiny. Every struggle, every challenge, every act of perseverance was a deposit into this sacred reserve. Through your patience and trust, you've stored up blessings that are now ready to be released. The account tied to your name is proof that nothing in your life has been wasted. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of faith has been a stepping stone toward a greater reward. Do you believe that every hardship you've faced has been preparing you for the blessings now being revealed? But divine justice doesn't only work on your behalf, it also creates ripples that affect the world around you. When God restores and realigns your life, it becomes a testimony of His power and justice. Those who tried to hold you back or took what wasn't theirs will see the consequences of their actions. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows, Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. Divine justice is not vengeance. It's about setting things right, restoring balance, and ensuring that what was hidden is brought into the light. Think of Joseph's brothers who sold him into slavery out of jealousy. Years later, they stood before Joseph, now a powerful leader in Egypt, and saw the truth of their actions. Yet Joseph, in his wisdom and faith, recognized God's hand in his journey. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 50 verse 20. Could it be that your own story of restoration will serve as a testimony to everyone around you, showing the undeniable power of God's justice? You might wonder how this justice will manifest in your life. It may come through unexpected financial opportunities, breakthroughs in your career, the mending of fractured relationships, or healing in your body. Doors that once seemed closed may suddenly swing open. However it manifests, trust that it will arrive in ways perfectly tailored to your life and your needs. Divine justice is never rushed or forced. It comes with grace and precision, ensuring that you are ready to receive it. Can you trust God's timing, knowing that His restoration will come in the perfect way at the perfect time? Now is the time to expect what has been hidden to come into full view. This isn't just about receiving what you deserve. It's about stepping into what you were always meant to have. The account tied to your name is overflowing with blessings, and the time has come for those blessings to flow into your life. Take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. You've endured seasons of waiting, stood firm in the face of adversity, and continued to trust even when the path seemed unclear. And now God is honoring your faith and perseverance. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6 verse 9. The blessings stored up for you are not just compensation for what you've lost. They are a testament to God's love, justice, and faithfulness. Step boldly into this new season, knowing that what lies ahead is far greater than anything behind you. Are you ready to receive what has been prepared for you? This is your time. Step forward in faith and claim it. As this divine account is unlocked, take a moment to reflect on what it truly represents. It's not merely about material blessings, though those may come. It's about wholeness, restoration, and alignment with your true purpose. Your journey has been building toward this moment of divine release. Every step, every trial, and every triumph has prepared you for this. And now, as you step into this season, know that your destiny is being forever transformed. The account tied to your name is not just about restoring what was lost. It's about propelling you into a future filled with promise. Everything that has been waiting for you, the blessings, the opportunities, the peace, is now coming to fruition. This is your season of divine justice, where abundance will shift the trajectory of your life in ways you never imagined. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland, Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. For years you've endured struggles, battles, and relentless challenges. There were moments when giving up seemed like the easiest option, when you questioned whether your efforts were leading anywhere meaningful. Yet through it all you persevered. What if I told you that none of it was in vain? What if this season is the one where everything you've lost is being restored, and your hidden blessings are finally being revealed? It's not a coincidence, and it's not by chance. Divine justice is actively at work in your life. This is your breakthrough season. Perhaps you felt overlooked, underappreciated, or even abandoned. Maybe you've poured yourself out for others, giving without expecting anything in return, only to feel like your sacrifices went unnoticed. But let me assure you, in the divine realm, nothing you've done has been overlooked. Every act of faith, every tear you've shed, every moment you chose courage over fear has been recorded. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book, Psalm 56, verse 8. Do you believe that the sacrifices you've made and the faith you've shown have been seen and treasured by God? Could this be the moment when those unseen efforts begin to bear fruit? The concept of divine justice goes beyond fairness or simply receiving what you deserve. It's about the restoration of what was lost, the unveiling of what was hidden, and the fulfillment of promises made over your life. Right now, that divine justice is working on your behalf. Everything you've endured and every obstacle you've overcome was part of a larger plan to bring you into this season of breakthrough. The blessings that were once hidden from you are now being brought into the light. Think about Joseph, who endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before rising to a position of influence in Egypt. What seemed like an endless series of setbacks were, in reality, divine setups for the greatness that was to come. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 50, verse 20. What if your own setbacks were really divine setups, positioning you for something far greater than you could have imagined? Now, as you look back on the years of struggle, the days when it felt like nothing was going your way, you may begin to see them differently. What once seemed like purposeless pain now reveals itself as preparation. The challenges weren't random, they were a part of the divine process that prepared you for the blessings being unlocked right now. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose, Romans chapter 8, verse 28. The fog of uncertainty is lifting. The setbacks you thought were holding you back were actually propelling you forward. The delays you experienced were divine detours, guiding you toward the path you were always meant to take. What's unfolding now is a direct result of the faith, patience, and trust you've shown during the hardest seasons of your life. Can you see how the challenges you faced have prepared you for the blessings you are now stepping into? How the delays were never denials but divine redirections. This is not just the restoration of what was lost. It's a transformation into something greater than you could have ever imagined. Your hidden blessings are coming to light, your purpose is being revealed, and your future is being redefined. Now is the time to embrace what God is doing in your life. The hidden account tied to your name has been opened, and everything that belongs to you is being restored, renewed, and revealed. He restores my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Psalm 23, verse 3. Get ready for your destiny to unfold in extraordinary ways. What seemed impossible is now becoming your reality. What was once delayed is now being delivered. What was lost is being restored, and what was hidden is now revealed. This is your time to step into the fullness of God's promises and embrace the breakthrough that is unfolding before you. Are you ready to claim what has been prepared for you? This is your season. Step forward in faith and let divine justice guide you into the future you were always meant to have. Chosen one, the hidden blessings you've been longing for go far beyond material wealth or worldly success. While your breakthrough may indeed manifest in areas like your finances, relationships, career, or health, the true blessings lie in the deeper, more profound gifts that bring fulfillment to your soul. These are the treasures that can't be measured by earthly standards. The restoration of your heart, the renewal of your spirit, and the recognition of your divine worth in ways you never anticipated. Divine justice isn't just about rewarding you for your faithfulness. It's about restoring you to the person God created you to be. It's about aligning your heart, mind, and purpose with the destiny that has been waiting for you since the beginning. And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 10. Have you felt the stirring in your soul, a sense that something greater is being awakened within you? Could this be the moment where your true purpose begins to unfold? This is the season where everything that was stolen from you is being returned. Those lost opportunities, they're being replaced with even greater ones. The love you thought was gone forever, it's coming back into your life, bringing healing and wholeness to your heart. The dreams that seemed impossible, they are now within your reach, ready to be fulfilled. But divine justice doesn't stop at restoration, it goes beyond. It's not just about giving back what you lost, it's about blessing you with more than you ever imagined. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. Luke 6, verse 38. This is the season of overflow, where blessings will not only restore what was taken, but will exceed your expectations in ways you never thought possible. Can you imagine stepping into a season where your cup overflows, where the abundance of blessings leaves no room for doubt that God's justice is at work in your life? When divine justice begins to unfold, it often defies human understanding. Doors that were once firmly shut will open without warning, and pathways you never saw coming will suddenly appear. You may find that things begin to fall into place effortlessly, as though an unseen hand has been guiding you all along. This is the hand of God working behind the scenes to ensure that everything aligns perfectly with his purpose for you. Think of the Israelites trapped between the Red Sea and Pharaoh's army. To human eyes, there was no way forward. Yet in that moment of impossibility, God made a way. Moses answered the people, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." Exodus 14, verse 13. In the same way, God is making a way for you now, opening doors you never thought could be opened. Have you noticed small shifts in your life, unexpected opportunities, moments of clarity, or unexplainable peace? Could these be signs that the doors are beginning to open? But this season is not just about external blessings, it's about an internal transformation. As divine justice works in your life, it's also working in you. You're being restored not only in your circumstances, but in your identity. God is reminding you of who you truly are, a person of worth, purpose, and divine calling. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old is gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17. The restoration taking place isn't just about what you do or what you have, it's about who you are. Every challenge you've faced, every setback you've overcome, has been refining you, shaping you into the person who is ready to step into this new season of purpose and abundance. Can you feel that shift within yourself? The confidence, the peace, the readiness to embrace the life you were always meant to live? This is the time to step forward with faith and boldness, knowing that what once seemed out of reach is now within your grasp. The hidden blessings that have been waiting for you are now being revealed, not just to restore what was lost, but to transform your life into something greater than you ever imagined. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3, verse 20. This is your season. The divine account tied to your name is overflowing, and the blessings pouring out will not only renew your circumstances, but will restore your soul. Trust in this process, embrace the transformation, and step boldly into the future that is unfolding before you. Are you ready to receive the blessings that have been prepared for you, to walk through the doors that are now opening, and to claim the life that is waiting for you? This is your moment. Step forward and embrace it. My friend, the person you were when you began this journey is not the person you are today. Through every trial and moment of hardship, you've been refined, strengthened, and transformed into someone who is now prepared for what's coming. This season of breakthrough isn't only about external blessings, it's about the profound transformation that has taken place within you. The beauty of divine justice is that it doesn't merely restore what was lost, it also reshapes who you are. Every setback, every struggle, every moment of doubt has been a divine lesson, refining you for this moment of restoration. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1 verses 2-4. Have you paused to reflect on how far you've come? Can you see how the challenges that once seemed insurmountable have shaped you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared? As the hidden blessings begin to be revealed, you'll notice a shift, not just in your circumstances, but in how you view the world. What once seemed like setbacks will now be understood as stepping stones. The struggles that caused pain and doubt will be recognized as part of God's perfect plan, preparing you for the blessings you are now ready to receive. Think about Joseph, who was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and imprisoned before he rose to a position of honor in Egypt. Every trial he endured was a necessary step in the journey toward his destiny. When the time came, Joseph recognized the divine purpose in his struggles. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives, Genesis 50 verse 20. Could it be that your own trials have been part of a divine plan to elevate you to a place of purpose and honor? You are being elevated to a place of honor, and you are being equipped to handle the blessings that are coming your way. This isn't just about what you'll receive. It's about who you've become. The struggles, the pain, and the waiting have all been necessary to refine you, to build your character, and to prepare you for what lies ahead. Think of gold being refined by fire. The heat removes impurities, leaving behind something pure and valuable. In the same way, your trials have refined you, shaping you into the person who is ready to embrace this season of breakthrough. He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. He will purify the Levites and refine them like gold and silver, Malachi 3 verse 3. Do you believe that the challenges you faced have purified and strengthened you, making you ready for the blessings now being revealed? This is not just a moment of external restoration, it's a moment of alignment with your true purpose. Everything that was hidden is being revealed for a reason. Every blessing, every opportunity, every open door has been perfectly timed to align with God's plan for your life. Divine justice has its own timing, and now it is your time. The waiting season is over, and the breakthrough you've longed for is here. But remember, this breakthrough is not just about what you receive, it's about what you've become in the process. The person you are now is someone who has been prepared for greatness, someone who can handle the abundance and responsibility of what is coming next. Can you feel the alignment taking place in your life, the sense that everything you've endured has been leading to this moment? Now, as you step into this new season, hold on to the understanding that your breakthrough is not an end, it's a beginning. It's the start of a chapter where you live fully in your purpose, where your life becomes a testimony of God's faithfulness, and where you step boldly into the destiny that has been waiting for you. And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. 1 Peter 5 verse 10. This is your moment of elevation, restoration, and transformation. Step into it with faith, confidence, and gratitude, knowing that the God who brought you this far will continue to guide you into the fullness of his promises. Beloved chosen one, you are stepping into the fullness of what has been prepared for you, and there is no turning back. This is your moment of transformation, a season where divine justice and restoration are aligning in your favor. In the days, weeks, and months ahead, you will begin to see everything fall into place in ways that will leave you in awe. The hidden blessings that have been stored up for you are now rising to the surface, and you are about to experience a depth of joy, peace, and fulfillment unlike anything you've known before. Trust in this season. It's not just about receiving back what you've lost, it's about stepping into a new chapter of abundance, purpose, and divine alignment. Everything that was meant for you is now finding its way into your life. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. Deuteronomy 28 verse 12. This is your season of breakthrough. The hidden blessings are being revealed, and divine justice is actively working in your favor. Everything you've endured, every trial, every tear, every moment of perseverance has led you to this point. You are stepping into a season of restoration, renewal, and fulfillment. Embrace it fully, knowing that you are worthy of every blessing that is about to unfold in your life. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being part of this transformative moment. Your faith, resilience, and openness to this message are a testament to the incredible journey you're on. If this message resonates with your spirit, I invite you to comment 777 as a sacred signal that you're ready to step into the next season. May this new chapter of your life be filled with blessings that overflow, joy that renews your spirit, and peace that surpasses all understanding. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6 verses 24 to 26. Stay blessed, and remember, this is just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Your destiny is unfolding, and the best is yet to come. Thank you for being here. Whether through your generosity or your presence, you are an essential part of this mission.